This is Matt Lombard again, and welcome to Chapter 2. In this video, we're going to talk about the interface in SolidWorks. The interface, just like the rest of the program, is very complex. We have regular toolbars, such as the sketch toolbar that's found alongside the main graphics window. We have what's known as the command manager with a series of tabs that allows us to change quickly from one set of tools to another. We have the heads-up toolbar, which allows us very quickly to make use of various visualization type tools. And one of the things that I'm using here is tooltips. Tooltips are very important, especially in a condensed interface where you're using mainly icons for visual identification of tools. Tooltips are available just about everywhere, and they'll help you do everything from figure out what to do next in a feature or figure out what certain icons are all about. SolidWorks has a few different areas in the software interface. The feature manager is a list of features that go together to make a single part. You can take this list of features and with a rollback bar at the bottom, you can grab it with the cursor, pull that rollback bar all the way back, and you can step through the model to see how it was made step by step. This feature manager will occasionally change into what we call a property manager. The property manager will show the name of a feature that you're editing and various properties that have gone into that particular feature. The property manager can also be pulled out of the feature manager area, so I'm just going to grab this and drag it out. Now it can be just floated in the main window. You can use one of these icons on the screen to snap it to various locations around the screen. You can even put it on a second monitor if you have one. So very frequently you will see me use the property manager as a floating window so that I can also look at the feature manager while I'm working on the part. Many of the screenshots that are taken in the book are taken with the property manager as a floating entity. This helps me get a more compact screen capture since I can put the property manager right next to the geometry. But you can always put this right back where it belongs in the main window. When you have the property manager active, the feature manager can sometimes be seen as a flyout in the graphics area. This will mean more to you later on when we start working with parts a little more diligently. Also, you can see what's called a breadcrumb that shows us where we are working. Right now, we have a sketch that's part of Extrude 4, that's part of a solid body, that's part of this part that we're working on. The name of the part is always listed at the top of the feature manager. In this area, we also have the configuration manager. We'll learn more about configurations later. Configurations are mainly a way to create different versions of a part, turn on or off features, and have a version of the part with those features on or off. And also a display manager, which will help us manage the color of a part. We can change that very easily, or we could also change to a different appearance, meaning a different material with a different texture and so on. Visualization is a very important task in SolidWorks, and we will take an entire chapter just looking at visualization techniques within SolidWorks. That means how to look at a part, how to look at an assembly, looking at parts that are transparent in wireframe, hiding parts in an assembly, things like this. It's all very important stuff, and we'll get to all of it as we go through. There are other parts of the interface that we will use regularly. The axis in the lower left corner will show you just generally how you are oriented in space with the XYZ. You can also use this to manipulate the view. So if you click on the X axis, then you'll be looking straight down the X axis. You can also press the space bar and get the view orientation dialog box to come up. The view cube here, the view orientation cube, will allow you to quickly change to another view on the cube. You can also split the main window into multiple panes, up to 4 panes. You can also use this splitter down at the bottom to split the view, or put it back the way it came from just by double clicking. Remember that you can use these tools up here to rotate the view, do a section view, do your view orientation from here instead of the space bar. You can also change the display style so you can look at the part in wireframe. You can hide various things, your temporary axes, planes, sketches, grids, cameras, whatnot. So there's a lot going on in SolidWorks. We'll hit each of these items multiple times because you're probably not going to remember everything the first time we go through it. There's a lot to know. In this book, we go into a lot of depth, and you've got access to all this great material. You can go back over it if you feel you have the need. So good luck with Chapter 2, and we'll see you in Chapter 3.